especially excited because Congressman Lucan is the chairman of his side of the campaign, and we've been friends for a very, very long time. But even more importantly than that, we served on city council together one meeting. The meeting that I arrived was the meeting that he left to go to the United States Congress. And so I missed having any opportunity to debate him. And now, 19 years later, I have that chance. While many of the officials that he indicated support the proposition, the constitutional officers of the state of Ohio, who have the greatest responsibility for our welfare, oppose this proposal, from Governor Strickland on down. The facts are a little different than given. There are no one, to tell you the truth, in terms of the money side of the contributions to these efforts, wearing a white hat. If there are casino owners on my side saying no, so that they can get the franchise somewhere down the road, the proponents are pouring what we think are now unlimited sums into the proposition. Governor John Gilligan has said in recent years that American politicians suffer from not speaking intelligently to voters, believing that voters have good sense about these things. And Congressman Lucan indicates that the percentage that the public will get is very high. Our numbers, we'll talk about that in the question and answer period. We believe that the take for the public is actually very low. It's easy to see why Todd Portune, who is a proponent of Congressman Lucan's side, would be for this, given the kind of fiscal stress that the county is under. And so the county and cities are looking for any kind of quick lifesaver that it can get its hands on. But let me tell you why this is a bad idea. Fundamentally, it's fundamentally a bad idea because the casino owners themselves drafted their own amendment for this proposal. This is not an amendment that comes out of the League of Women Voters, for example, that opposes the issue, or the Ohio Council of Churches that opposes the issue, and so many other groups, a collection of citizens who might conclude that perhaps now is the time for Ohio to look at how to capture some of the revenue leaving Ohio in the gambling phase. While there will be distribution of money in the four cities, the initial license fees are only $50 million. In many, if not most states, the license fees for casinos for competitive bidding of them ranges anywhere from $290 million apiece up over $450 million per license. And so, let's put it also in these terms. Let's say that the public in some way gets 33% of the revenues. Then 67% of the money goes into the pockets, not just this year, but for all years in the future, to the out-of-town gambling casino owners, into what essentially is a negative economic enterprise. The kind of economic enterprises that make sense for Ohio, that create jobs, are things just down the street, like the new Western Southern Tower, like our redevelopment of the banks, which has been now in a decade of work. From a taxation point of view, gambling is the most regressive form of taxation behind the sales tax. It's the most regressive form. And I've not even begun to touch the issues around crime. It is shocking. It is shocking to me that the Fraternal Order of Police, I never thought I'd live to see the day, but the Fraternal Order of Police of our city, and by the way, Las Vegas has a 13.2% unemployment rate, And Dennis Archer, the former mayor of Detroit, the former Chief Justice of the Michigan Supreme Court, the former president of the ABA, now a private lawyer who I assume is paid by the pro-casino people who came to Cincinnati recently. Don't you know that even with casinos in Detroit, the unemployment rate there is 32% and climbing every day, the highest unemployment rate in the nation? Casinos is not a bailout. It's a quick fix, and I look forward to further questions and debate with my very good friend, Congressman Charlie Goodman.